Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farah Akila binti Abdul Rahman, and today I'm going to present my part, which is I'm going to share with you guys some other related informations regarding these language disorders in dyslexia, or more specifically, dyslexia and its relationship to language acquisition and language disorder from a psycholinguistic perspective. Okay, we're going to move to our my first point, which is dyslexia and language acquisition. First of all, I have delayed phonological development. So first, dyslexia is associated with delayed phonological development because phonological development refers to the ability to recognize and manipulate speech sounds. Many children with dyslexia have difficulty identifying rhymes, recognizing syllables, and distinguishing between similar sounds. For example, they may struggle to identify that the words cat and hat rhyme. So since phonological awareness is a foundation for reading and literacy development, delays in this area can affect language acquisition and later academic performance. Moving on to my second point, which is vocabulary acquisition. Another area affected by dyslexia is vocabulary acquisition. Some individuals with dyslexia require more time to learn and remember new words. They may also have difficulty retrieving words quickly during conversations because vocabulary knowledge is essential for communication and comprehension. These challenges can influence their overall language development. Next is first language acquisition, or L1 acquisition. Some early signs of dyslexia may appear during childhood. These include delayed speech development, difficulty learning nursery rhymes, problems remembering new words, and challenges in pronouncing longer words. This suggests that phonological processing plays an important role in language acquisition. Moving on to second language acquisition, or L2 acquisition. Learners with dyslexia often face challenges in learning vocabulary, pronunciation, spelling, and reading in a second language. For example, a Malay-speaking learner with dyslexia may find English difficult because English spelling patterns are often inconsistent. So as a result, dyslexic learners may need additional support and probably a very specific teaching strategies when learning a second language. Moving on to our next part, which is dyslexia as a language disorder. So my first point is phonological processing disorder. So the most widely accepted explanation of dyslexia is that it involves a phonological processing deficit. So individuals with dyslexia often struggle to identify, segment, and manipulate speech sounds. For example, they may find it difficult to break the word cat into the sounds k, e, and t. So this difficulty directly affects reading and spelling because written language relies on connecting letters to sounds. My second point is reading disorder. So one of the most visible symptoms of dyslexia is difficulty in reading. Individuals with dyslexia may read slowly, make frequent reading errors, and struggle to decode unfamiliar words. From a psycholinguistic perspective, reading requires efficient interaction between spoken language knowledge and written symbols. But in this case, dyslexia might disrupt this process, which makes it harder for them to read in normal pace or grasp the idea of reading and the ability to read compared to those of their peers, Moving on to the third point, which is spelling disorder. Spelling is another area commonly affected because many dyslexic learners make spelling errors because they have difficulty matching sounds with letters. For example, they may spell friend, F-R-I-N-D, as friend, or F-R-E-I-N-D. So these errors reflect underlying difficulties in phonological processing. Next is working memory deficits. So some individuals with dyslexia also experience weaknesses in verbal working memory. So working memory helps us temporarily store and process information during our language tasks. As a result, Dyslexic individuals may have difficulty following instructions, remembering sequences, or holding information in mind while reading. These challenges can affect both language comprehension, and language production. Our last point is lexical retrieval difficulties. Another challenge is that it involves lexical retrieval, which is the process of accessing words stored in memory. So individuals with dyslexia may know the meaning of a word but struggle to retrieve it quickly when speaking. And this may lead to pauses, hesitations, or the use of general words such as thing or stuff instead of more specific vocabulary. That's all from me. So to conclude my part for today, dyslexia is closely connected to both language acquisition and language disorders. In language acquisition, dyslexia can influence phonological development, vocabulary learning, morphological awareness, and both first and second language acquisition. As a language disorder, dyslexia primarily affects phonological processing, reading, spelling, and working memory, and lexical retrieval. By studying dyslexia, psycholinguists gain valuable insights into how language is acquired and processed in the human mind. This knowledge also helps educators develop more effective strategies to support learners with dyslexia. So thank you for your attention. Until next time, thank you very much.